Den scene, vi lige så nu, var et klip fra en ny film, der hedder Høj Skræk. Manden, psykiateren, den pæne psykiater, altså ham uden hugtænder, var Mel Brooks. Og Mel Brooks burde efterhånden være kendt af en del mennesker herhjemme. Han har både instrueret, skrevet og optaget selv i film, og han har også lavet musikken, som vi forsøger at spille her. Mel Brooks har vi haft fornøjelse af i fjernsynet før, netop da Martin Feldman og Don DeLuise og Gene Wilder var på besøg. Der viste vi nogle klip fra Sheriffen skyder på det hele, Silent Movie og Frankenstein Junior. Mel Brooks kom her for, ja, det er ikke ret længe siden. Han sagde, at han ville helst ikke forberede sig for meget, så var han bedst, så var han mest afslappet og mest improviseret. Så det her måtte vi tage med, så det er med nogen spænding, at vi i aften kan byde velkommen til, synes jeg, Amerikas morsomste og bedste humoristiske filmmand. Verdens morsomste mand, er der nogen, der siger, Mel Brooks! Yes, you can go up in the furniture.
Jeg er glad for at være i København. Well, just a joke.
Okay. Is your seat, please?
This is not me. This is from the monitor. It's the receiver. I don't walk around with things hanging out of my pants. Yes. Yes. Can we sit here?
Seat.
Yes. Okay. Here.
Come on now.
Oh, down here.
Down here.
Down here.
We have a low profile.
How close should we sit to each other? This good? Where's the camera? That all right?
This is fine.
This is good?
No.
No?
Too close.
This is good? This is better?
Fine.
Right.
So, we just saw a little bit of high anxiety.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, beautiful. I've only seen it twice. I don't know if it's a masterpiece yet, but I'll know when I see it a third time.
Well, I must say the film, High Anxiety, is doing over $25 already.
Yeah?
In the United States, in the world, over $25 is in the cash register.
How come that you are wearing the same clothes then as you did in the film? I mean,
you're very observant. This is exactly, remember, the same jacket that I wore as Dr. Thorndike.
why is that?
Well, it's because I like to use, I'm on a very low budget in my life. I like to keep the clothes that I work in. I will never, ever do a Tarzan picture. Because you can't go into a restaurant with a...
So you'll do architect and psychiatrist?
I have to do that. I'm all right.
You can do that in some point.
If I do Tarzan, I kill the microphone. You know that.
Did Mr. Hitchcock see the film?
Yes, Mr. Hitchcock saw the film.
Did he like it? Or?
What does this mean? What does this mean?
That's English, that's British. Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Did you...
You want to know the truth, really?
Yes.
No jokes?
No jokes.
I asked his permission. I went to Universal. That's not Universal, not space, you know. It's a studio in California.
Small studio.
I went to Universal, and I said, Al? He said, how dare you? He called me Mr. Hitchcock. No. I met with Hitchcock, and I told him I had this idea to pay this homage to the great man, to his suspense, his work. I mean, he is a master. And I said, I would like to pay you homage. And he said, just pay me the money. Don't pay me the homage. So we spoke. He was really very helpful. He had seen my work. He had seen my work. He liked my work. He liked especially Young Frankenstein, Frankenstein Jr. And he thought it was faithful to the work of James Whale, who was the director of all those Frankenstein pictures, in the method and the technique and the manner of shooting the film. And he said, don't do my comedies. Do my crazy pictures, and then it will work. Our marriage will work. And so he said, don't do To Catch a Thief and the light stuff. Do Psycho. Do Vertigo, North by Northwest, do the crazy. So I did. He helped me. I showed him the script. He liked the script. And he saw the picture. And when he saw his name, dedicated the film. My film is dedicated to the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, a little moist. He was very, and he's a tough man, but he was emotional. It was really, really wonderful. How much is this?
This is $125 a cup.
125, 5 into 5 a kroner. I can afford it. I can afford it.
In this film, High Anxiety, you sing, and I cannot judge whether that's good or not, but you write your own songs, you sing your own songs, you act your own films, you direct them, you write them.
Well, if you hire other people, you have to pay them money. Saves a few dollars when you do everything yourself, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, I could have got a better actor to play in the lead, but he would want $100 a week. I worked for nothing to do that part. I've always been writing songs. Ever since I was a little boy, I was working in the Borscht Belt. The Borscht Belt. Let me explain.
The Borscht Belt.
May I explain? The Borscht Belt is an affectionate nickname, a pet name for a Catskill resort. Resorts are summer resorts. You know, you go when you leave your house in the summertime and you go to the south, you go to a hotel. Well, in New York, they used to go to the mountains because it was very warm in New York. They used to go to the Catskill Mountains, and they used to call that whole area the Borscht Belt because all the Jews went there and ate borscht. Borscht. They call it the Borscht Belt.
It was a nice place.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I started there. I was a clarinet player. So, I used to work in the mountains as a musician. Now, when one day the comic got sick. The guy who was the comedian got sick. And I knew the material. I knew, believe me, I knew those.
How old were you then?
I heard those jokes. I was 16. And I heard these bad jokes day after day after day. The worst material, the worst jokes you ever heard in your life. And I knew them. So the comedian got sick, and the boss said, Mel, please, go ahead, please, the comedian, please, no. I said, okay. So I got up. This was the act. I'll show you how bad. Let me use this as a kind of, is this working? I'll use it as a prop. You can use the other. Yeah. But this was how bad the jokes were in the mountains, in the Borscht Belt. Good evening, ladies and germs, and welcome to a bang-up variety show. I'm going to be your MC. That's short for mental case. I just flew in from Chicago, and boy, are my arms tired. I got a room.
Oh, no.
I got a room in Chicago that was so small, the mice were hunchbacked. That's how small this room was. I mean, you closed the doorknob got into bed with you. That's how small this room. I met a girl in Chicago, ladies and germs, a girl that was so skinny. This girl was so skinny, I took her to a restaurant. The waiter said, check your umbrella. That's how skinny this girl was. Those were the kind of rotten jokes I used to do, but they saved my life, believe me. And then I enjoyed comedy. I enjoyed the sound of laughter. Mm-hmm. It meant a lot to me. It was the approval that I never got from the United States Army.
Mm-hmm. They never left?
No, they never loved me in the Army. They always gave me the worst jobs. They always sent me, I was a combat engineer, and we had to make bridges, and the Germans were shooting at us, and we still had to make the bridges for the tanks to go across, and it was very noisy. It was the noisiest war ever.
Is that why you love the Germans so much in your films?
Oh, that's why I am. I'm always saluting them in my works of art. At any rate, in the Borscht Belt, in this place where the Jews used to come to eat sour cream,
yeah,
and borscht,
crème fraîche.
Pop, they would eat. Listen, this is the truth. Don't tell anybody this. This is entre nous, all right? They would eat their borscht, and they would go on the porch, on the veranda, and they would rock. After lunch, they'd rock. And soon they would sing, and many of them would die from the singing. They would drop dead from singing. Why did they die from singing? I'll tell you why they died from singing. They died from singing because they could never sing in the right key. They used to sing a song called Dancing in the Dark. Let's have a little bit of Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing in the Dark.
Listen. That's Dancing in the Dark. Now, merci, merci. Je vous en prie. Now, Dancing in the Dark should be sung in this key. Dancing in the dark till the tune ends. We're dancing in the dark and it soon ends. We can face the music together, dancing, dancing in the dark. And that's how it should be sung. But the Jews sang too high. They would start it in a very high key. You don't have to. They'd sing up here. They'd rock, and that's why they would die. They'd sing, dancing in the dark till the tune ends. We're dancing in the dark, and it's on, and we can face the music together, dancing. It's a very hard song to sing high. You have to sing it well, yes.
But you also do other songs.
I do other songs, yes.
I wish you would do the one from High Anxiety, but you refuse to do that.
No, I can't sing the one from High Anxiety because I have a, I want that to be done, I want you to see that in the film.
I'll go see it.
Yes, if you know, that, I do it with, no offense, but I do it with an arrangement, a big orchestra, and they save me, you know what I mean? Yeah. The fills are very important in that song. So, but I sing rather well in the film. I'm not a professional singer. I'm not even a professional actor. I'm not a professional director. I am a professional tailor. Stand up. I'll show you. We can take in here. Here's nice. Here's good. The crowd.
Very good.
Here we can make here under the arms. I am. Sit down.
Beautiful. Thank you.
How much? I do an impression of Frank Sinatra.
You do?
Done my film, yes.
He's Italian.
And, yes, he is Italian. Well, it's easy to do Italian. Watch. Right? So, he sings, Sinatra sings in a certain, Sinatra, let's face it, is a great crooner. But he does take some liberties with the essential composition. He does stretch a little bit, and his style does bend the song a little bit. Maybe you're all familiar with America the Beautiful. It's kind of sort of a patriotic American song, and you're not supposed to ever fool around with this song because it's not done. It's in questionable taste. You sing America the Beautiful like this. You sing it like this. Stay with it. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and counting it with brother from sea to shining. That's how you sing it. You sing it politely. Now, let me show you how Sinatra sings the same song. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the tutti-frutti plain. Ooh, America, hey, America, God shed his grace on thee and sort of kind of crown thy good with a big fat gang of motherhood from sea Shooby-Doo to sea Scooby-Doo. Well, you know the tag. That's the way it goes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You don't get in trouble doing that?
No, never. No,
you do that on American television?
I do it on American television all the time, and they love it. And we are, I'm not bragging, but I mean, we are allowed certain liberties, theatrical liberties that, you know.
A lot of people say you are extremely bad taste.
It's my edge.
You know, when
it's the thing that makes me unique, my vulgarity and my bad taste.
You know, a thing like...
Can't compete otherwise.
You know, a film like, we call it for Hitler, it's called The Producers, you call it.
Oh yes, we call it Producers in the United States.
I think it was considered very bad taste.
Yes, especially by those people living in Bremerhaven. I don't think they were crazy about it, you know what I mean? But we got a kick out of it in the U.S.
Yeah, it's still coming up and up.
Yeah. It replays from time to time. It does very well. It keeps playing a lot in Sweden, and that's because I have a friend in the audience, a Swedish journalist, Bjorn Framer.
Yeah. Well, here's... What was the whole story about? We got in so quickly. It was about making a flop. You had to make a flop.
Yeah, it was a very crazy idea. It was the story of two producers who wanted to produce the worst play in the world so that it would fail. It would flop the first night, but they would sell 10 times the amount of shares. Yeah. So that if it flopped, nobody would want their money back, and they become rich and they go to Rio de Janeiro.
Is that done in reality?
No, I don't know. I hope not. But I've tried it. It doesn't work. But what happens is that the play is so ridiculous that it is a success. They can't pay everybody back, and they're in trouble. So, I mean, that's generally what The Producers is about.
I think the first classic that you had made that are still running all over the world is Blazing Saddles. Den hedder Sheriffen skyder på det hele på dansk. And that, I think it's a classic.
Well, it was the first surrealistic Western ever made, you know. I mean,
can you elaborate a little bit on what is really happening in Blazing Saddles?
Well, Blazing Saddles is a story really of hypocrisy. It's a story of a bad man played by Harvey Korman who wants to chase people out of this town because he knows the railroad's coming through and there's going to be money to be made by buying up the land. The people don't want to leave. So he sends Slim Pickens with bad guys to shoot them, and they still don't go. So he says, we'll give them a sheriff to protect them, but a black sheriff. Once they get a black sheriff, we know they're going to go because we know they're hypocrites. They believe in the Bible, and they're supposed to be God-loving people, but the minute they see a black sheriff, they'll get right out of town. The black sheriff, played by Cleavon Little, who's very talented. He's now in a Molière play called Tartuffe, touring, you know, he's fabulous. The black sheriff comes into town, but he's very clever, and he wins everybody over. And he does it with the help of Gene Wilder, who plays the Waco Kid. And I play an Indian chief, and I also play...
Crazy governor.
A crazy governor, a cross-eyed governor, yes.
Completely.
Yes, with G-O-V on my back. Yes.
I think we have that here.
You have a little of Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, we have a little bit from the office,
well, let's
where
see
you're
it.
the governor.
But don't show it for nothing. See if you can get something.
You get
Let's see.
It's in the office. Yeah. You know,
Madeline Kahn is in that film.
But not in this clip.
Not in that clip, and she's fab. She's
Kahn.
Lily von Stupp.
Yeah,
she plays a Dietrich-esque, like Marlene Singer. She is fabulous in that. She's one of the highlights in that film, Blazing Saddles.
But in a film like Blazing Saddles, you go, and this was 71, 70?
71 was a very good year for Burgundy. It was not that good a year for Claret or Bordeaux. For white wine, it's a toss-up. No, the year was 74. 74.
There you took up, I won't say ridiculed, but you brought up
yes.
minorities. You're not afraid of making fun of Indians, of blacks?
No, blacks and Indians. We like to make fun of them.
Even handicapped people?
No, handicapped, we love to make fun of handicapped people. Especially homosexuals.
Transvestites?
Oh, I'm a transvestite. I love a long gown with a little black with a touch of diamond, just a little bit.
But you don't make much fun of Jews, do you?
No, Jews we make fun of too.
Yeah?
Yeah, we make a lot of fun of Jews too. Yeah. But we have to play big cities. You know what I mean? Because there are not too many Jewish farmers. You know what I mean? we don't play the, you know.
You played in the Catskills.
No, as a matter of fact, comedy. It's comedy's job to expose hypocrisy and bigotry, and especially racial bigotry.
Yes.
It's our, so we do have fun with minorities.
Do you think a film like Blazing Saddles have had anything to say in the racial debate?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know that?
I know it for because it's it demonstrates the like I said, hypocrisy and bigotry, and it's a.
How did they like
well,
it down
look, I don't want to get serious,
Arizona?
but the best way.
Please get serious.
The best way to ridicule something is with comedy. I mean, if I make fun of Hitler, it's better than standing on a soapbox, you know, and saying that Hitler was wrong and he should never. It's better to, you can laugh badness away better than you can shout and, you know, proclaim, because you look foolish yourself when you get too, you know, you look a little silly when you get too serious.
But don't you have any taboos, limits that you cannot overcross?
There are no limits to comedy.
No?
No. There are limits. There are limits to what I will show on the screen in terms of nudity. Mm-hmm. Yes. I will never show the naked arm of a human being. Never. Everything else I show. But to me, the arm is sacred. Yes. Yes, it is. Now. No, there are no limits to comedy. Let me tell you a terrible story. This is terrible. Now, this is in bad taste. It's not sexual.
Well, we'll take it anyway.
It's not sexual. In High Anxiety is an actor. His name is Howard Morris. He was also on the Show of Shows with Sid Caesar many years ago. He's very talented. He plays Professor Little Old Man. That's his name, Little Old Man. He is the Viennese professor, and he is my mentor. And when I'm Thorndike, he is the one that straightens me out when I'm on the couch. He's a terrific guy. Howie Morris was working with us about 15 years ago on the Show of Shows. And he told me the story. This is a true story. His father passed away, and they were making some funeral arrangements, and his father asked to be cremated. No big deal, no big... and he wanted his ashes sprinkled in the Hudson River, which is near New York. Just sprinkle the ashes. So this is a true story now. So Howie and his mother go to the crematorium, and they say, "We'd like our father, please." And they say, they give him an urn, and they say, "Here you are, $120. Howie says, I paid for everything. I paid for all the works here. I paid. They said, no, this urn is alabaster. It's a little, beautiful little marble alabaster urn, $120. Howie said, can you put him in a coffee can? They said, no, we don't. No, we can't. No, the dearly departed, we never put in a coffee can. So Howie said, could you put him in a cheese box? We don't need the urn. We don't want the urn. We don't need. They said, no, you got to. So finally, they said, Howie, if you get something. So Howie ran across the street and got a baggie, a little bag, you know, a plastic baggie. Said, put him in this. So they put the urn in the baggie, they wrapped him up. Here, get out. They chased him out. Howie went away. They're driving to the Hudson River. Cold November, blustery. Driving in a little yellow Studebaker. No place to pull over, no place to get to the river. Finally, they pull over. They climb down the bank of the Hudson River. He opens the baggie. He's wearing a beautiful blue coat with a belt in the back, heavy overcoat. And he puts his hand in the bag, and he takes the ashes of his dearly beloved father and says, "Rest in peace and God bless and good luck," and wah, and he throws the ashes and they blow up and all back in his coat. And for a half hour he's saying, "Good luck and good luck and good luck and good luck." I'm saying, even such a serious topic can be hysterically funny, you know. And I told that on television, and
that is very serious.
Yes, and it was very serious, and Howie wrote me letters thanking me for you know what I mean. Instead of yes.
Do you have any other reaction?
No, I gave him $100. I mean, I pay for this.
Do you think that
I always pay my way out of this.
A story like that makes comedy respected as art?
Well, comedy, I think it is comedy's job. Yes, it is comedy's job. Indeed, it is. It behooves. It is incumbent on comedy to show the human behavior in all its aspects, good as well as evil. Comedy can never just be funny. Comedy has to say things about the philosophical base of humanity. Got it? Dig? Yes. All right. Just be funny. Comedy has to say things about the philosophical base of humanity. Got it? Dig? Yes. All right.
Mel Brooks, in all your films, most of your films,
yes,
we see the same people. We see Dom DeLuise, we see Gene Wilder, we see...
Gene Wilder and I are very close. Do you know that? Gene Wilder and I are very close. We were married in Tucson, Arizona. Private wedding, 4 people attended. We have never had any sex with each other, but we hope one day to get together. No, I'm very close.
He never told me about it.
I'm very close to Gene, and I did not use Gene first in the movies, by the way. I was telling Henrik Iversen, that guy, Wilder was in Bonnie and Clyde. He had a little bit. He was the Undertaker in Arthur Penn's film Bonnie and Clyde. But I gave him the big first part, Leo Bloom, and I paid him $85 to be. Yes, I paid him the money to be in the picture. Yes, I went for it, baby. Yes.
Yeah. See, you have more or less made a dynasty of actors. We see the same people and we don't recognize them until we recognize them.
Yes. I do like.
Is that because you
well,
want the same people?
Seriously, because I love them. They're fun. They're happy. I'm happy to work with them. They're friendly and they're bright. They're self-starters. You give them the script, they understand it. You don't have to say a little this, a little that, a little more.
You have fans all over the world that are waiting.
Fans like that, you mean?
Yeah, real fans. You know.
Chinese fans?
No, fans like this.
Oh, fans.
Yeah,
fans.
yeah.
Those kind of.
They're waiting every year to see a new Mel Brooks film. But you take such a long time to make.
Well, you
films.
know.
Why is that?
Well, to make a good film.
How do you do it?
To make a good film, here's how you do it. You take the sugar, you take it like this, put it all together. Then the bones tell you, yes, a gypsy. I do a film, a gypsy. The government is 2 governments, the French government, Romanian government, Hungarian government. Here is 3 governments. I take the government, I make a film, I make 3 the common market is a government. See, it's more complicated than that, I assure you. Much more complicated. I was kidding.
Yeah. Do you
when I make a film, what I'm trying to illustrate in a very comic sense is that the planning of a film is often the largest part of it. That is the writing. A concept captured in a script is the most important part of a film. The rest of it is important too, but the script is 90% to me. And so I take a long time in writing the film. I don't take such a long time in shooting. It takes me about 12 weeks, which is not a long time to shoot.
Do you sit by yourself doing the script? Or
No.
Take walks?
Did you see the man with the teeth, Harvey Korman scared? Mm-hmm. The screaming. That's one of the writers, Ron Clark. Mm-hmm. Rudy DeLuca, in High Anxiety, another writer, plays the killer with braces. And when you see that, you'll see him. 55 years old, braces. Oh, and the other one is Barry Levinson, who looks just like you. I swear to God. Yeah. Barry Levinson, who is the bellboy. He's the bellboy in the hotel, and he attacks me in the shower like Psycho. I'm taking a shower, springtime for Hitler. I'm having a nice time, you know, and suddenly the curtain goes aside, with the newspaper, with a wet newspaper, and he looks just like you.
You're telling the joke now. You're telling.
Yes. No, but you'll see it. You'll love it. You'll love it. And he looked.
So you work together. You work together.
Yes, we work together.
Each type
No, we don't.
How do you do it?
We talk. We talk into a big tape recorder, and then later we listen. Yes, no, good, no, no, you know, and then we decide which, what to take.
And it takes you a year.
It takes, from the inception of an idea, from the inception of a silent movie, from the say, let's do a silent movie, till the answer print, till you could see it on the screen, 1 year, writing. And then the rest of it was less than 4 months we had it.
A silent movie, how did you ever get that idea to make a silent movie?
It was Ron Clark's idea. Ron said, let's do a silent movie in 1976.
And what did you say?
I said, go away from me. You go away. I said, you're crazy. I said, you're nuts. You're nuts. You're bananas. And the next day I thought about it. I said, let's have lunch. You pay. So, all right. We had lunch. We had lunch, and Ron paid. He did pay. He did. He's a wonderful guy. And then, am I coming through? Hello, London. Can you hear me? Hello, London. And we talked about it, and we thought it would be very dangerous. But we said, what the hell? Why not? So we said, we wrote many, many things. And then we filmed about 2/3 of what we wrote. And out of the 2/3 that we filmed, we threw away about 10 minutes, 20 minutes of that. And then we had the silent movie. We didn't think it would work. We did it as an experiment. We did not think people would look up and read. And you know, in 1976, it was crazy. Well, because people get lazier and lazier when they go to the movies. They're spoon-fed, you know. I mean, so they did read. It was a success, and now we're adding some shtick, some new bits back that we cut out. Shall I tell you some of the bits we're putting back inside the movie?
Are you going to rearrange it, recut it?
Not recut it. We're just putting things back in and recutting to add 4 or 5 minutes more. One of the bits we threw out is magnificent. But we threw it out because we thought it was too bizarre. Let me explain the bit. Up, you walk in, it says, there's a big sign. It says, Chez Lobster. The camera goes in through the doors. Inside you see a maitre d', a lobster. He's a lobster. He's a big lobster with claws and a red antenna. And he's standing with menus. Big maitre d'. Two well-dressed lobsters come in, you know. They come in, the lobsters come in, he leads them to a table, he shows them a sign that says, fresh from New York today, fresh, flown in from New York. They read the sign, they nod, he leads them over to a tank of water. We cut into the tank and you see people swimming all around the place. You know? And they take one out, you know. So that's one of the bits, that's going to be, yes. That's going to be in it. Thank you.
So you're going to re-release it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to re-release the film with it'll be big in lobster country, wherever Maine and crayfish. Denmark likes crayfish. Right? When is the crayfish season? Starting now, isn't it? Yeah, August. Just starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot. I've been around. I'm very sophisticated.
Sweden especially.
Yes, I drink white wine with fish. I know everything. I know everything. I know. But I kiss the chin. I work with it.
Now, how did you get all those people
I thought I was taller. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Okay.
How did you get Paul Newman and Burt Reynolds and everybody to act?
To get Paul Newman and Burt Reynolds and to get people like Anne Bancroft. Yes. I married them all. The one with Anne Bancroft lasted. Yeah. The rest broke up. No, as a matter of fact, I spoke. Let me explain. This is crazy. I said, well, we better ask a lot of people. So I started with Paul Newman, and I said, look, we would like you to do this this crazy thing, you know. And as I was selling him, he said, okay, I'll do it. And I said, and you, what? He said, yes, I'll do it. I was amazed. Paul Newman would do it. Then I went to Burt Reynolds, and I said, Burt, I want you to tumble down, and we'll do this crazy bit. We'll come up in the shower, we'll soap you up, you know, we'll wash you up. And he said, great, I'll do it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And Anne Bancroft said, no, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to have dinner with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to have breakfast, and then go to work. I can't, I'm married to that lady. We're husband and wife. What am I? I'm the husband. Yes. And
she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Thank you. Wow. You have very good taste. She's also a good earner. She makes a lot of money.
Really? Is that how you can afford your films?
Yes. How do you think I can live? I mean,
I don't know. If you take 2 years to make a film, you don't make that much money.
No, well, when they hit, boom. I mean, it's $100.
Rolls away. 12 tears and springtime. Yeah.
And you know, there's always Las Vegas.
You know, in that film, you pay some money. Now we're talking about money. You pay money to a little bit called Assens on Fyn. You didn't know that.
Say again.
You're paying, helping the taxpayers in a little town on Fyn.
Really?
Film, yes.
How come?
Oh, because there's a composer called Jakob Gade who once, in 1925, wrote a little song called Tango Jalousie.
Oh,
and you know
he's the composer of Jealousy.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
All royalties go to educational purpose for young musicians, for young talented musicians.
Then I'm very happy to be.
So every time you show the film, you pay a little money for that.
Well, we're going to show it a lot.
Yeah,
Can you show a little piece of it? Maybe
we
can
have
pay
a little piece with the tango.
We can pay a little bit.
Yeah, we pay a little bit. Okay. We have the one with the tango.
I'm dancing
Bancroft.
in this. I'm dancing with my beautiful wife, Anne Bancroft, and you'll see Fatty Dame DeLuise is in this.
Yeah. It's masterful.
She was,
but how can
you know, we really, you know, when we did that, we really hit her head on the pillow. She had a headache for 2 days.
Will you be able to get her in another movie?
Yeah. If I pay her enough money, she'll do another movie. Yeah. But she's a
serious actress.
Well, my wife is a very complicated person because she is a good writer too, and she did a little film, a 20-minute film for the American Film Institute. And she's going to write that and expand that now as a film for 20th Century Fox. Mm-hmm. So she's going to compete with me as a filmmaker too.
Oh, really?
But it's an
she might have you top
Oh!
Bill. Oh my goodness!
Did you see that from the beginning?
Yes, I did.
Everything. How did I do? Was that good?
Yes, except the parts about the girls.
Oh.
All those girls who kiss.
What girls?
Oh,
on the chin. I made it up.
I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
Meet Anne Bancroft, please.
Oh, we're going to do a couple of more minutes. We're almost over. Yes.
Yes, we're almost over.
No. Stick around.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
No, she doesn't drink coffee.
Oh. You want champagne? Champagne?
No. She's a little Perrier will be fine. A little plain water, you know.
Actually, I'd like some coffee.
All right, coffee. Now.
I bet we don't have another cup.
Now, listen. Let me ask you.
That's all right.
Yes. Well, we're married. We can drink from the same cup.
There's a little warm coffee.
Did you mention the homosexuality with Gene Wilder?
Did I mention it?
Did you hear it?
Did you hear that mentioned?
Of course I did.
Oh.
Yes, I always knew it.
Oh, she knew.
It was no surprise.
She always knew. She's a very liberal. She's in show business. She allows these things.
When do you see each
Women
other?
is in show business.
Now you see each other. Do you see each other all the time?
How do you think we have a baby?
You have?
We have to see each other on occasion.
There's a cup, see?
Ah, you got your own cup.
That'll be your cup. Mm-hmm. You have vacations together?
Yes, occasionally we do get together.
What do you do?
See? Acting. She's acting. There's nothing in here. She's acting. See, that was good. Very good. That's very good. That's very good acting. Yes.
Are you the happy couple you pretend to be? Are you?
We fight all the time. We fight all the time. Yes.
What do you tell him when he gets real bad?
What is she? Oh, she can't say that on the air.
Yes.
You'd turn this place into a garage.
No, we just don't.
Are you kidding? They'd be parking Volkswagens in here in a minute. No, we can't tell. We get along pretty well for a married couple. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we pretty well. I mean, all of you out there who are married know.
This is the first time we've ever been on television together.
No,
really?
Wait. No, in the Carson show, they always point to you in your seat.
Oh, but never talking like
well,
this.
we don't allow you.
Like
we don't allow you.
Yes,
No. This is history. Oh, my darling. I'm sorry.
You're awful, man.
Well, I don't know how to do it. It's hard. It's hard to kiss somebody. Doesn't he look like Barry Levinson? Did I make it up or not? He does look like Barry Levinson, right?
But Anne Bancroft, what are you going to do for your next film? I'm waiting.
Oh, dear.
For your next film.
I don't know what I'm going to do for my next film.
You do theater mostly. You did.
I did Golda. Yes, I played Golda Meir.
You played Golda Meir.
On Broadway.
And before that, you did The Children of Mother Courage. What do you call it, Mother Courage?
Oh, Mother Courage.
Mother Courage.
Yes, we just call it that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done many plays on the stage. Yes. It depends upon what script is written the best. What my next picture will be. You know, the script is the most important.
Yeah. That's why she doesn't work for me. You understand? Yes. She did silent movie because there was no script. We just told her what to do.
Not because there was no lines.
No, right. You know what I mean? It's hard to write lines for a real Acting. Acting.
What can he do for you at home, outside? I mean, in the kitchen. What can he? Can he cook it all?
He's wonderful. He makes the best breakfast in
Breakfast.
the whole world.
Yes.
Wonderful. Omelets, coffee, perfect, everything.
Here's how you make an omelet. Watch. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Okay, now, this is an omelet. Watch. This is an omelet. Now, with the frying pan. Hot, hot, a little butter. Very hot. Shh, okay. Turn, and out. And out. That's the way. Oh, my God. Forgot the plate.
So, what's your opinion about world politics?
Well, I think that world politics is very complicated, and that all government, he is the governments. There's two governments, there's three, is the world market, is the governments, Romania, is Hungary, is the world governments, all the governments. I finally got to use
Finally got all the government.
the governments. No, I mean, I am interested in the eternal verities of human behavior, and I despise all governments and all politicians.
Have you been in the White House?
It's not white anymore.
No.
No.
Have you been near the Grey House?
It's greenish gray.
Okay, greenish gray.
No, I haven't been in the White House. I've never been there.
You know, Jimmy Carter invites artists
Yeah, but
there
he's
for
Southern and he
banquets.
likes peanuts.
Yeah.
We can't eat peanuts. And peanuts give me a indigestion.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure he's a nice man, you know, and I'm sure his heart is in the right place, in his chest. But I'm really, seriously, I love my country, I love America, but I can't salute every administration that comes in and say, oh, yes, oh, this is the one, that's the, you know what I mean? You go crazy. I mean, what if I fell in love with Nixon? You know what I mean? I would have been in trouble. So you cannot salute each president. You just hope they do a good job. And usually they always fool around too much. The taxes, they never get it right. They never get it.
Do you sing together
Sometimes.
near the fireplace?
We can sing a little bit together.
You have.
A tulip, a big yellow tulip, and I wore a big red rose. When you caressed me, was then heaven blessed me? What a blessing, no one knows. That's a little bit. All right. Right? The third higher, right?
You didn't know that your wife was coming on here, did you?
I had no idea. I had no idea my wife was coming on, but it's always a pleasure to see my wife. Always. Because she earns a good salary. And I tell you that when you marry somebody, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever you marry, you must make sure that they contribute to the financial pot of the house. They must contribute something. Just a smile is not enough. It's not enough. You have to chip in a few dollars, a few pennies. Chip in. She brings all her money home. Yes.
No cafeteria.
Yes, and I invest all her money into this pocket. Make sure it's safe.
Sure.
We will probably work together in the future. We probably will. But not in show business.
Not in show business.
No. In condominiums. You know what condominiums are?
Yes.
Yes, we'll probably build some condominiums in Chicago together as a couple.
You'll build that together?
Yes.
Architecture.
You want to do...
you have another song?
What was the big one we used to do years ago? They say the falling is on?
We never did that.
No. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, that key's so high. No.
That's your other wife.
No, that's no. No. We can do a little bells are ringing. Okay, here we go. The bells are. Okay. Oh, you do. But I'll do the.
You mean I've been doing this without a microphone?
No. But you're in here. The bell.
The bells are ringing for me and my gal.
The birds are
Singing for me and my gal. That's all you know.
All right, yeah, that's all I know on that. Not bad. You picked coffee.
No, you picked it. You picked the one.
All right. All right.
You have to think of, you're a professional. You can think of an ending of this program.
Okay. The only way to really end an exciting program like this, because we're doing very well, all of it, is for everybody, we turn the cameras around, and everybody lights their hair on fire. It's a big ending. It's,
We're not
believe
allowed
me.
to smoke in here, you know.
Oh, believe me, it's a big finish. Big, that's big stuff. That's a big finish. And then we all go to Congress and be part of the government. Be part of the government. I would like to thank you all for being a sensational audience. Now, seriously, raise your hands if you understood a large percentage of what I had to do. Please, did you want? My God, that's fabulous.
They're all for it.
Then let's give them a hand. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Tak for i aften. Tak for